Welcome to AudioVerse Listening Library, where every word awakens the power within. As you all know, this channel unfolds a transformative exploration, and right now we are listening to Atomic Habits by James Clear. So to dive deep into the cardinal rule of behavior change, not merely as an idea, but as a living energy shaping destiny. Through each reflection, we dive deeper into the psychology, vibration, and spiritual mechanics of creation. Allow these words to slow your breath, awaken your awareness, and realign your inner focus. We repeat what feels rewarding, not what's right, not what's rational. In this chapter, we uncover the brain's hidden law of behavior, the pursuit of pleasure, and how mastering it unlocks every lasting habit. At first, let's see what the chapter says, as according to James Clear. Clear explains that every habit is built on a simple rule. The brain seeks immediate rewards. Behavioral change fails when the feedback loop between action and reward is too delayed. For example, exercising feels painful now, while its benefits come weeks later. Eating junk food feels rewarding now, while the punishment arrives years later. This misalignment between timing and consequence is what drives most bad habits and undermines good ones. Clear introduces the cardinal rule of behavior change. Behaviors that are immediately rewarded get repeated. Behaviors that are immediately punished get avoided. To make good habits stick, we must bring the reward closer, making the experience satisfying in the moment. Similarly, to break bad habits, we must bring the pain forward, making the cost visible and immediate. He suggests practical tools like habit tracking to make progress visually rewarding, and accountability partners to make failure instantly uncomfortable. Ultimately, satisfaction is the signal that tells the brain, do that again. Let's move on to philosophical insights. From a philosophical angle, this rule touches the core of hedonistic psychology, the human tendency to pursue pleasure and avoid pain. Yet, wisdom traditions reinterpret pleasure not as indulgence, but as alignment. Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics suggests that true pleasure arises from virtuous action, when habit and harmony coexist. Similarly, the Stoics argued that discipline is not the absence of pleasure, but the redirection of it, finding satisfaction in what serves the soul, not what seduces the senses. James Clear's insight modernizes this philosophy. You can't outthink pleasure, you must retrain it. By aligning short-term reward with long-term values, we achieve what both Stoicism and science call eudaimonia, flourishing through order. Next, we'll dive into scientific and psychological insights. Neuroscience confirms this principle through the dopamine reward system. Dopamine is not the chemical of pleasure itself, but of anticipation. Every time a cue signals a possible reward, dopamine spikes, urging us toward the action that previously produced satisfaction. When habits produce instant pleasure, like checking notifications or eating sugar, dopamine reinforces them strongly. When habits have delayed gratification, like saving money or exercising, reinforcement is weak unless an immediate cue of satisfaction is introduced. This explains why habit tracking, progress visualization, and micro rewards, like celebrating small wins, are scientifically effective. They bridge the gap between action and reward. We can understand this by real-life examples. First one is about habit tracking. Every tick mark, streak, or calendar checkoff creates a visual dopamine reward, turning effort into visible success. Then, we look into fitness apps, such as apps like Strava or Fitbit, They create instant feedback loops, hence which keep motivating consistency. And if we talk about our financial saving, then turning saving money into a visible dashboard like graphs or charts makes delayed gains feel immediate and exciting. Also, if look into accountability groups, then social feedback transforms abstract goals into emotionally charged commitments. That's also called reward through recognition. So here we can see that each example reinforces the principle, make success satisfying now. Looking into contrast and comparison, traditional willpower-based models teach restraint. Deny yourself now for a better future. Clear's approach is adaptive. Engineer your rewards. While the old model fights biology, this model flows with it, leveraging dopamine as an ally. Psychologically, this contrasts delayed gratification with immediate reinforcement. While long-term vision guides direction, short-term satisfaction fuels repetition. Without emotional feedback, logical goals collapse. Critique limitations. Some critics argue that focusing on rewards risks promoting dependency, making one act only when gratification exists. However, Clear emphasizes that rewards should signal progress, not substitute purpose. The deeper limitation lies in complex goals where rewards are abstract, like spiritual growth or artistic mastery. In such cases, intrinsic satisfaction must be cultivated. Pleasure in process, not product. As the philosopher Alan Watts said, the point of the dance is not to reach the end, but to enjoy every step. Pleasure drives repetition, but wisdom decides where to place that pleasure. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to make habits satisfying and self-sustaining through the art of tracking and reinforcement. Join me in Chapter 7 of Atomic Habits, How to Stay Motivated for Life. And if you are enjoying this breakdown, do comment and share your views. Your opinions are most welcomed, even if you want some changes to it. Till then, keep learning and keep growing.